Now, I'm also going to put up a little small video from Rumble and try to get y'all to understand what's going on. Now, this is a USA TV show or movie. One guy's a famous actor. Y'all might know the other younger guy too. But anyway, that ain't the reason I'm doing this. Main reason I'm doing is this guy goes into detail on things that people don't want to believe exist. I know it's a TV show. I know it might be a movie, but he's giving you the truth, whether you like it or not. Anyway, let me get myself turned around, zoomed in here, and figured it out. There you go. Looks fairly square. A little bit closer. Square it up. Alright, let's see, y'all. Just listen.
You're here because you sense something wrong with the world. Something you can't explain. But you know it controls you and everyone you care about.
What are you talking about?
Money. Money hasn't been real since we got off the gold standard. It's become virtual software, the operating system of our world. And Elliot, we are on the verge of taking down this virtual reality. Think about it. What if you could take down that conglomerate? A conglomerate so deeply entrenched in the world's economy, too big to fail doesn't even come close to describing it.
You want to create another financial meltdown like the one we just had, but way worse. Yeah, why would I want that? Everyone would lose their money.
What if I told you that this conglomerate just so happens to own 70% of the global consumer credit industry? Huh? If we hit their data center just right, we could systematically format all the servers, including backup.
That would erase
all the debt we owe them. Every record of every credit card, loan, and mortgage would be wiped clean. It'd be impossible to reinforce outdated paper records. It'd all be gone. Single biggest incident. Wealth redistribution history.
Evil Corp, the conglomerate.
Okay, you all. This is just one way of taking these people down. And what I mean by this is I've made this suggestion before. Or if anybody that knows anything about real hackers, I know they exist. I've never really met one. I've met some have it everyday type hackers. Hell, I even hacked my program, my XP. Windows 10 ain't worth hacking. It Gates did it purposely. But anyway, create a worm. Go through in this worm. You pull down, I don't know, 50 cents, a dollar out of every account that's got more than $100,000 in it. You let this worm run for 6 months. And every night when the account that you put the money into is closed, you write as the account's open, you're transferring money into it by the hundreds of thousands of dollars before you know it. In a 6 month period of time, got more money that you could ever deal with by using that worm. And what he's talking about doing is the same thing that the Garcia and Narcia is supposed to be doing. Getting rid of all this bullshit, lying ass debt. Fiat currency. Dictionaries even tell you it's fake. The thing we rely upon to look up words and to figure out its definitions and meanings tells you that it's fake. Fake. Now, something that's fake, how is it creating something known as debt? Debt. Think about that. Logically, it's impossible. But they've got us convinced. Just like Mike Lindell's got himself convinced that he don't like the F word. A lot of us out here don't like the F word, the F bomb. A lot of us out here don't like GD. Okay? But it don't stop anyone from using it. Unless you're going to be Mike Lindell and kick somebody off something that you're creating that's supposed to be a free speech situation. Is it, Mr. Mr. Mike Lindell? Is it a free speech zone? Because you don't like a word. $33 billion speaks for itself, don't it? This is part 2 to the other one I just put out. I can't get no longer than 15 minutes. But what's yet to come with our fiat currency, and like I said before, I showed y'all the free Bitcoin just by verifying email, 3,600 coins. Now, if it actually ever got up to the original Bitcoin amount, we're talking about a lot of money just in them 3,600 coins only. Or, I still think the Bitcoin market's a game kind of under the same pretenses as one of the Rothschilds back years and years ago was sending a homing pigeon overseas to watch the war and somebody report back to him so he could take over the banks in England. I believe this is the Bitcoin situation. They're in a process of wrangling in people, okay? I downloaded the coins for free. I didn't spend none of my money, okay? But this is the opposition of the Bitcoin. They're trying to take down the Bitcoin. You could read in their little headline what it's about. So, people's running to Bitcoin when they should be a gram. Here's 10 grams. I know y'all really can't see it a whole lot. That's just one little bar. 10 grams. All right. Put your money, if you're going to put it anywhere, if you're going to use the Bitcoin market, run it up as hard and as fast as y'all can with the money. Take more than 20-30% out of the Bitcoin market. Buy tangible metals, silver, gold, whatever you can afford from that profit. Stack it up at your house. You become your own bank. Right now, as it stands, I'm upward. I won't say exactly how much. I'm upward. I got less than 500 ounces and more than 100. Let's just say that. So I'm just trying to give some worldly advice in a way to where it made sense to me. You can afford to do it. You buy it by the gram. Money Mellers Exchange is one place. You can pick it up off of eBay, but that's a place to play a game because a lot of people still yet paying above spot price. The money or the market value that you see it as right now, $26, $27 an ounce, that's being judged and based off of the silver market paper, not the real metal. You go to the U.S. debt clock, you may have an understanding on how much silver is really worth. I think it's upward of $5,000 an ounce. Don't know if it ever get there. It'd be nice. But there's going to have to be some things taken down first. So if gold shot in and set the paper market on fire overnight, you're talking about a whole lot of billionaires becoming broke, but a whole lot of damn poor people with a little bit of gold or silver becoming very wealthy. And they know it. Other than the big banks, they're sitting on, they tell you not to go buy gold and silver, but they now turn around and buy hundreds of tons of it. So there's your proof in what they're doing. They tell y'all not to go do it, us, but then they'll go spend God knows how much money, fiat currency, to hoard it up in their banks. By millions and billions of ounces of it. So, if it's no good, why would they be buying it? That's your main question. In these days and times, we're ahead of the whole curve. We're like the Rothschilds that was sending a homing pigeon overseas to find out the war process, who was winning, who wasn't. As soon as he found out who won the war, he went back into the stock exchange, or whatever the hell it was called at that time, over there in England, and started just selling off everything. Okay. Everybody followed the lead of the Rothschild because of who they were. Just like they're doing now. So, the following day, he walks back in. He buys up everything. He cornered the market. He also took over the banks. Think about that, people. But this is hedging a bet for yourself and your family's welfare as well as your own, not theirs. And the little snippet here that I put in there for that movie explains a little bit of some other things going on. So, think about that. Think about what they're doing. Then you got that deadhead dumbass up there running around hollering about shots, masks. Do we keep following the fucking dumbasses and idiots? Or do we finally take a stand and use this gray matter that the Lord gave us? Every individual. And there's a bunch of individuals out here thinking the same way. Now, we are the majority, not the minority. This is all races and colors. We the people. But in every sense of the word, they figured out many multitudes of ways to keep dividing us. So, once all of y'all get y'all's emotions shoved back in your gut and start using the gray matter that the Lord give you, you might start seeing a bigger picture and quit playing into their BS games. Be a step ahead of them. Peace to all y'all.